'cause I know that it's something real. Gonna say how I feel, 'cause I know that it's something real. Hey, hey. Gonna say how I feel, 'cause I know that it's something real.
Hey everybody, hi, how are you guys? Welcome to another Keeping It Real night. It's Gretchen and I am, it's been a long day, long day. Oh my goodness, but that's okay. Good things, just running around doing lots of stuff, but that's all right. We had the pesticide people come to do the first initial, and then we're gonna, like every 4 months they'll do it. So had to be out of the house for 4 hours. That's dangerous sometimes. I went to go to an art store, Bob and I did, that I'd heard in Tacoma. Larry probably knows this one, if he's on. It's called Art Co. Craft and Framing. And so, it's about 45 minutes away, and everything takes 45 minutes or 50 minutes to get to from where I live. So we go, and they have a store is closing sale going on. We'll get to that later. I'll share and show you. Oh my, very dangerous. So let's say hi to everybody. See who's all here. Janice is here. Hi Janice, how are you guys? And Deirdre is here. Gloria, yay. And everybody, Angie's here. I just watched, while I was putting everything together, I watched the boys' toilet seat pour. That was pretty funny. I tell you, probably wise for them not to do a premiere, because the jokes that could have gone rampant on that one. Oh my. Yes, Angie and Jeannie, there we go. Yeah. Hey, there's Julie E. Hi, how are you doing, Julie? Nice, good to have you here. Oh. So the hair has gone totally frizzed out curls today. There's a couple of them up here that I've lost all control over. Like, hello. And, I probably put it on the wrong side. Yeah, I did. So total control. I don't know. It's just the way it is. Just grossed out Sparky. I'm dipping corn tortilla chips in chocolate syrup and honey. Oh my gosh. So part of why I'm a little bit lower energy right now, I'm getting there, is that on our way home from all this, having been out for 4 hours, we stopped at the local Mexican restaurant for a late lunch at El Sombreros. Decided to have one of the sombrero margaritas and the mole for lunch. I had my mole enchilada, and oh yum, and a sombrero margarita. It's a really good margarita that they float an extra shot of tequila on. Didn't do a whole lot for my woohoo, get up and go. Oh well, I'm good. Mexican ice cream. It's good to see everybody. Sounds really good, actually. It does. Hi. Hey, Nathan, how are you? You're not late. You're fine. Gretchen's just moving slow today. Ice cream rolled and cornflakes and deep fried. And just, oh my gosh. I had one of my students and their dad. Oh gosh, he made the Mexican dessert that has the whipped cream and the strawberries on it, and he would bring that to school. Their family-owned Mexican restaurant, so he would bring that to school, and I was the librarian, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was just, he'd always bring me one, probably about once a month. It was not good for my diet at all, but that's okay. It's tasty. Ethan, Gloria, everybody's checking in. Hey there. Hi, Larry. I was just telling everybody that I made the mistake of going over to Artco Craft and Framing today. They're going out of business. The one on Pearl, on 6th. And they're having a closing sale. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they have a bunch of acrylic paints. They have this brand called Cheap, and it's the big tubes, and stuff. Plus they have tons of other stuff and brushes, and oh goodness, so you might want to head over there, Larry, if you need stuff. Plus they're selling everything, like even their displays and all that kind of stuff. So I got a really cool rack for drawing the grandkids' flow art when they come over. So, and I got these sparkly lights. Can you see them back behind? Yeah. So that was a string of 100, and it comes with a battery pack, or it can be plugged in, and it has a remote and everything. So very cool. So that's my little sparkles. Let's see, tacos for dinner last night, yeah. Oh no, Angie, why are your eyes swollen? Oh, are you telling me allergies? Which store? Artco Craft and Framing. It's on 6th. Let me check right here. I can tell you. What's the address? Where's the address? Yeah, anyway, it's if you get off on the Pearl Street exit and you head up 6th, off of 16, you head up, and it's north of it. It's like literally just a block, a quarter mile north of Highway 16 and on 6th Avenue there in Tacoma, and it's on the west side of the road. And gosh, what else is there? Several of the businesses there have gone out. Oh, it's got a big, in the park at the front of the parking lot, they've got a great big giant cow for a mattress outlet place, one of those like enormous black and white cow. So that's where you can go. Okay, now that I've told everybody where to to Arizona, we'll go out for Sonora dog. Hot dog wrapped in bacon, smothered in onions, refried beans, jalapeno relish, and mayo. Okay, I can do without the mayo, Julie, but that sounds really good. Really good. So, oh, good. I'm glad Angie knows the place. Yeah. Yeah, it's got, I have no idea what, if you go in the front door, as you go in on the right side is kind of their craft supplies, but if you go to the left side is where they have the art supplies, and that's where the acrylic paints were. They had gouache, they had oils, they had brushes, they had canvases galore. Don't know if the canvases were any better deal than Michael's big budget packs, but they were probably, I think they were better quality, but they did have some good ones, and they still had tons. 2.5 days, my latest video already has, yay, 855 views. Woohoo, hoo, 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 hoo. Okay, let's see. Oh, down over here, make sure my sound effects are not too loud, but let's give Nathan, which hand we give? Let's give Nathan a big air horn for that one. Woo! Yay, that's awesome, Nathan. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's a great thing to see. Okay, so I have a cool story to read to you, and then I'll show you my treasures that I bought today that I probably don't need that I bought, but I thought, oh well, if nothing else, I have birthday presents for Rook and Layla for a long time. So the story I'm going to read tonight is, and I've mentioned this author before, is by Alan Say. And Alan Say, let me take you to a page. Just screen share about it. Oh, come on back over here. There we go. There. So he was born in Yokohama, Japan in 1937, and he dreamed of becoming a cartoonist by the age of 6. And at age 12, he apprenticed himself to his favorite cartoonist, Nora Shinpai. For the next 4 years, Say learned how to draw and paint under the direction of Noro, who remained Say's mentor. Say illustrated his first children's book, published in 1972, in a photo studio between shooting assignments. For years, Say continued writing and illustrating children's books on a part-time basis. But in 1987, while illustrating The Boy of the 3-Year Nap, which was a Caldecott Honor Medal book, he recaptured the joy that he'd known as a boy working in his master's studio. It was then that Say decided to make a full commitment to doing what he loves best, writing and illustrating children's books. Since then, he has written and illustrated many books, including Tree of Cranes. If you've ever seen Tree of Cranes, it's beautiful. Grandfather's Journey. Oh, I'll tell you about that one. Winner of the 1994 Caldecott Medal, and he's a full-time writer and illustrator, and he lives in Portland, Oregon. So these are his books. The Innkeeper's Apprentice, Tree of Cranes, The Boy in the Garden, Allison, Emma's Rug, El Chino, Erica-san, Grandfather's Journey, The Bicycle Man, which when I met Alan and I talked to him, he said it was not one of his favorite books. It was very early on, but it was from his childhood, and he didn't think it was his best work, but it's still very popular. I think it's beautiful. Home of the Brave, Kamishabi Man, The Lost Lake, Music for Alice, A River Dream, The Sign Painter, which is just fabulous, Under the Cherry Blossom Tree, Stranger in the Mirror, and Tea and Milk. Oh, it says read aloud. Grandfather's Journey, this book here, I might have. I'll see if I have it at some point to read. The version I found in the library was the read aloud, and it didn't have the complete part of it. The interesting thing about Grandfather's Journey is it is the story of Alan's own grandfather, and it's a story that he knew so much as a child and heard again and again and again. But in his Caldecott winning speech, And then when I saw him too at a workshop, and he told us the same thing. This book, so they're not small books that he does. So he does full good size. They're like 11 by 14. So they're good tall books. And it took him a year and a half to paint all the illustrations for this book. And he did the illustrations first for Grandfather's Journey. And that's typically the way he works. He does the illustrations first. And then, but for Grandfather's Journey, it took him a year and a half to complete the paintings and a day and a half to write the story. After he was done, because he had spent so long with the paintings and with the story in his head, building it and repeating it. So when he was done with all the pictures, the book just came to him. It's pretty amazing. He's an amazing, amazing author. Just one of those. And that book, Grandfather's Journey. So the Caldecott Medal is given to the book that is considered the best illustrated children's book published in the United States in a given year. Several books are nominated, and there's a jury of people that decide on which books. They're different academics, some educators, some publicists, some this and that. There's a whole group of people and who make the decision on the Caldecott. Grandfather's Journey was the first book that the entire Caldecott committee was a unanimous yes on. It had never happened before that. There'd always been decisions of no, this one was, they'd never had a unanimous decision. Grandfather's Journey was the first one. No, it's not the book I'm reading tonight, but when I find the right copy to read to you, I will. But tonight, we're going to read a story called Almond that is not right. I didn't see it listed here, and it's a really interesting story, I think, about finding our talents. And for me, that was the way it's told is absolutely beautiful. So this is the book Almond by Alan Say. Oops, what happened there? I lost my book. There it is. I had my mom. Mom had to come say hi. There, today would have been her 101st birthday. Woohoo! Let's see. Let's check into, before we head off onto the story. Let's see. Gotta lurk and make dinner. Julie's lurking. I love her lurking. I had to do that today. I was lurking for India. Yay. And Deirdre is there, yes. Okay. Just checking in. Oh, there's Tamara. Hi, Tamara. Nice to see you here. And Donna. Hi, Donna. Oh, are you still under the weather? I'm sorry. Gosh. Oh. Feel better. Yes, year and a half. I love a story. Nathan, it's funny. I think I've told you I've met so many different authors and so many different stories, and they all have such different, unique. I mean, my friend Kirby writes chapter books, and she doesn't take a year and a half to write them. She has the story and notes and stuff like that. But and if you saw the paintings, I mean, when I say he did the paintings, the original paintings for the book are all big, like 16 by 20s. So they're full out paintings. And when you see the paintings in Almond, you'll see the kind of work that he does. So that might make more sense. Yeah, hi mom, exactly. Yes, yes. She was giving me a bad time today. I can tell. She was like, "Do you really need that?" And I'm like, "Hush, mom. You know, they have fabric here too. You would have been all over it." Oh, oh no. Okay. So here we are. Let's go to Almond. There you can see it. Almond by Alan Say. There. I love the little, little out of the little 3x5 notebook that just says Almond. After the new girl came to school, all the other students disappeared from Almond's eyes. The new girl could play Flight of the Bumblebee so fast that Almond couldn't see the bee. But she could hear it flying from flower to flower, drinking nectar, dancing high and low, fast, fast, fast. "Why did she come to my school?" Almond asked her mother. "How does she do it?" "She is talented," said her mother. "Everyone says the new girl is a genius," said Almond. "All they say about me is that I have beautiful hair." "You will find your talent," said her mother. "Sometimes it takes time." "Did you find yours?" asks Almond. "I thought I wanted to be a potter," said her mother, "but then I had you and had to get a job instead of making pots." "So I am your talent?" said Almond. "The very best," said her mother. Every day, Almond stood under the new girl's window and listened to her play. The music was always the same. The bumblebee flew faster and faster. One day, the teacher announced a class play. "With your beautiful hair, you will play Rapunzel," she said to Almond. "Hair is all I have," Almond thought. "I can't," she whispered. "I have no talent." "Oh, you will be wonderful," said the teacher. "Trust me. I'll read you the lines. You have a very good memory." The day of the play arrived. Almond pretended she was a princess named Rapunzel. She looked out the tower window and wished she was not alone. She heard the new girl's violin. It was not the bee music. It was new. It was about a princess who wanted to travel, to find her talent and be happy. Almond listened with all her heart. The audience clapped and clapped. "You were wonderful," said her mother. "A natural actress," said her teacher. "I'm not an actress. I don't know how to act. I have no talent." "Acting is pretending," said the new girl. "You are a good pretender. If I weren't going away to a music school, we could be friends." The next day was Saturday. It rained all day. Almond's violin made no sound. She stood at her window and watched the crows, circling and twirling and playing like children in the meadow. "You can't sing and you don't have bright feathers," she said. "But you are happy in the wind and the rain. I wish I could be like you." And suddenly, Almond was flying with the crows. Over the city, over the country, over the sea. Swooping and diving and flying. Almond pretended to be a crow. And she was a crow. Then she was back at her window, a girl again. I wonder what else I could be, she thought. The new girl said I was a good pretender. She didn't talk about my hair. She thought I was an actress. I thought I was Rapunzel. I thought I was a crow. Maybe I could really learn to act. Almond ran to tell her mother. My darling talent, said her mother, an actress. And they hugged each other. I wonder what she's doing in that chair. Does it look like she's going to get her hair cut? Look at the difference in the light of her face. And there is the end. His artwork. I mean, look at some of these. Like this one, the combination between, he does a combination of lots of stuff. Sometimes I think this one is a combination of photograph and pastel. His watercolor work too. I wonder, let's see, where did I put it? Oh. That one's almost like, yeah, the empty window. It's like he took photographs and imposed and put on top of them. Look at that, of the little girl walking away. And here, his artwork is just stunning. For me, it's, they're just, every one of his books, every one of them has artwork that just blows me away every time. Yeah, it's just, the story is told so much more in the picture in itself, because, you know, maybe it's a stretch, but at the end, Sheila sure looks like she's sitting at a salon waiting to get her hair cut. Something. Yeah. Yeah, the mixed media, the photos and pastels. Like, see, because on the back here, that's a photograph. I mean, that's heading out to the Oregon coast. That's just leaving Portland and driving an hour and 15 minutes due west and getting out to Seaside. So cool. I love these. I'm glad I was able to, I have the actual book, but I actually am really glad I was able to find it on Libby to show, like, look at that. Look at how much more life there is in her face there in that versus how she was. This is when she first starts to really shine and she realizes that she can pretend. She's this. Sure, the look of surprise when they say that she's a natural actress. Look at that. Total disbelief, but like, really? And the little girl. I love these. Anyway, yeah, you see the difference? Oh, look at how expressive those are. Oh my gosh. A great person to study for, to look at for art. Let's see. So that is Alan Say, Almond. Now, I have stuff to show you. You guys want to see what I got? If you don't want to see what I got, you have to say no, don't show me. But, okay, let's see if I can move this. Let's move that here. Just moving a couple little things here and here. There. Go to the overhead camera. Ah, there's my hand. Yes, all right. So, the first thing I picked up was a set of gouache. Okay, hold it. That's zoomed in way too much. There we go. Gouache paints. A watercolor set. I think it'd be fun to try when I go on my retreat. That was like $10 and there was 25% off. So I was really pleased. Bob got pipe cleaners. Okay. He comes up and he goes, "Here, it's some pipe cleaners." I'm like, "Okay." Well, because he remembers Lachlan loves to play with pipe cleaners, and kids do. I had a whole thing of pipettes. They had pipettes like that for squeezing things. Everything was 25% off, so, you know, it was great. Jeez. And they had a bunch of these little guys. These little screw-on-top little things for mixing and putting paint. So I got like 6 of those. Mounting tape for my photos. Yay. Oh. So this was for Rook for her birthday. Just for kids ink stamps. Oh my gosh. Have you ever used these with kids? They're so much fun. Uh-oh. One of them just fell over. Something. So that was that. Then they had a whole bunch of stuff that they had used that like that they'd had classes or people had and so I got a heat gun for like $10. Woohoo! I used to have a long time ago. I got Sume ink. Angie, they had Sume ink. And I got a Sume brush. And I got Unicorn Spit, which is a gel stain and glaze. I just love the name. I think Unicorn Spit is a fun name. I got some golden silk screen medium for when we do that thing. And I got, alcohol inks. Yep, I got alcohol inks. See if I can get this thing that I just dropped without pulling anything off. Yay! Oh, there. I got it. Yes, okay. So I got some alcohol inks. These, I liked, yeah, what's this one? Oh no, this is high flow acrylic. Yeah, high flow acrylic, some alcohol ink. Got that. Some Sculpey, so Lachlan can build stuff. Some cards, stuff. Oh, and I got, Chinese watercolors. That was the other thing I got. They were 25% off. And got Lachlan some flat canvases. They were like $2.25. for him. And they had sume-e paper too. So, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. It's dangerous for me to go when there's an art store and has this. Oh, an Easy Tack and Mod Podge. And did I get a medium? I did. I got some kind of medium, a matte medium. M. Graham and Company. Matte medium. All kinds of stuff. Who knows how it'll work, but it'll be fun. This way I can always have stuff. I kind of have, it comes from being a teacher, having stuff when you like would walk into the workroom and to go pick up supplies and somebody would have grabbed them instead. And you would like, I gotta change my whole lesson plan. So now I have all this stuff here so the kids, grandkids, and I can do whatever we want. So that's what we did. So all these mixed mediums kind of have me wondering what to do for our next art thing. And I think with all my mixes here and with the, the mixed medium, let me go here. I think it would be fun to do something in mixed media. I'm going to try to do something. Let's see. Tomorrow night, yeah, I'll try to pull some of these together and do something and see how they work together and what we can come up with and what I can do with them. Might be all kinds of goodies is right. Love Sculpey. Oh, okay, thank you, Dee. I probably would not considered a mask. Even when it dries up, it has good memory. Oh, that's good. I was like a kid in a candy store. Yeah, it was dangerous. Plus, okay, what's sitting over there? Their mats were on sale too, pre-cut mats, which was like, wow. And they actually had good frames, but I have a ton of frames out in a storage shed, and I have a lot of mats back in here in this map drawer, but these particular ones were sizes that were good and to put things in. So, Donna, it was a store in Tacoma, Washington called Artco Craft and Frame, and they were going out of business, and I didn't know that. Okay, so this was one of these, it wasn't planned. I was going there to look to see, was I actually going to look to see? Did I actually get, I also got some pens that I use for signing photographs. So I needed a new archival pen. I thought, I'll go. We were heading that way. We had to be out of the house for 4 hours, all that kind of stuff. And so the choices of where to go were to go to places like Whole Foods with Bob, because he loves to go grocery store and all those things. And we were going to go to the co-op and do some stuff and other things. And I said, well, let's swing by there and I'll grab a couple of things for my retreat. Get another pen and da-da-da-da-da. Did not know when I pulled into the parking lot that it big store closing. Everything must go. Ooh. Danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger. I should have turned around and gone out and, hi, Crunchberry, hi, Angie, how are you? I should have turned around and not gone in, but I couldn't help myself. And what should have been could have easily been a 10-minute in and out to get a pen. I think I was in there for like an hour and a half. Bad. I finally just said, I gotta go. I can't stay anymore. Okay. If you guys want to grab a sketchbook and draw or do anything and relax while I do this, because I haven't read The Little Prince in a while. And I thought I would read the next section of The Little Prince to you. He's kind of on his 5th day, and the Little Prince gets irritated. But it's, he always Little Prince wisdom. So I'll pull, the book doesn't, there's not much pictures on this one, but I'll show you one. Okay. On the 5th day again, as always, it was thanks to the sheep. The secret of the Little Prince's life was revealed to me. Now you remember in The Little Prince, the man's crash landed in the Sahara Desert in his airplane, and the Little Prince appears, and the guy draws him a sheep in a box. Anyway, the secret of the Little Prince's life was revealed to me. Abruptly, without anything to lead up to it, as if the question had been born of long and silent meditation on his problem, he demanded, "A sheep, if it eats little bushes, does it eat flowers too?" "A sheep," I answered, "eats anything it finds in its reach." "Even flowers that have horns?" "Yes, even flowers that have horns." "Then the thorns, what use are they?" I did not know. At that moment, I was very busy trying to unscrew a bolt that had gotten stuck in my engine. I was very much worried, for it was becoming clear to me that the breakdown of my plane was extremely serious, and I had so little drinking water left that I had to fear the worst. "The thorns, what use are they?" The Little Prince never let go of a question once he had asked it. As for me, I was upset over the bolt, and I answered with the first thing that came into my head. "The thorns are of no use at all. Flowers have thorns just for spite." "Oh." There was a moment of complete silence. Then the Little Prince flashed back at me with a kind of resentfulness. "I don't believe you. Flowers are weak creatures. They are naive. They reassure themselves as best they can. They believe that their thorns are terrible weapons." I did not answer. At that instant, I was saying to myself, if this bolt still won't turn, I'm going to knock it out with a hammer. Again, the Little Prince disturbed my thoughts. "And you actually believe that the flowers—" "No, no," I cried. "No, no, no. I don't believe anything. I answered you with the first thing that came into my head. Don't you see? I am very busy with matters of consequence." He stared at me, thunderstruck. "Matters of consequence?" He looked at me there, with my hammer in my hand, my fingers black with engine grease, bending down over an object which seemed to him extremely ugly. "You talk just like grown-ups." That made me a little ashamed. But he went on relentlessly. "You mix everything up together. You confuse everything." He was really very angry. He tossed his golden curls in the breeze. "I know a planet where there is a certain red-faced gentleman. He has never smelled a flower. He has never looked at a star. He has never loved anyone. He has never done anything in his life but add up figures. And all day he says over and over, just like you, 'I am busy with matters of consequence.' And that makes him swell up with pride. But he is not a man. He is a mushroom." "A what?" "A mushroom." The Little Prince was now white with rage. "The flowers have been growing thorns for millions of years. For millions of years, the sheep have been eating them just the same. And is it not a matter of consequence to try to understand why the flowers go to such trouble to grow thorns which are never any use to them? Is the warfare between the sheep and the flowers not important? Is this not of more consequence than a fat, red-faced gentleman's sums? And if I know, I myself, one flower which is unique in the world, which grows nowhere but on my planet, but which one little sheep can destroy in a single bite some morning without even noticing what he is doing? Oh, you think that is not important?" His face turned from white to red as he continued. "If someone loves a flower of which just one single blossom grows in all the millions and millions of stars, is it enough to make him happy just to look at the stars?" Let me switch this so you can see the illustration. He can say to himself, "Somewhere my flower is there." But if the sheep eats the flower, in one moment all his stars will be darkened. And you think that is not important? He could not say anything more. His words were choked by sobbing. The night had fallen. I had let my tools drop from my hands. Of what moment now was my hammer, my bolt, or thirst, or death? On one star, one planet, my planet, the Earth, there was a little prince to be comforted. I took him in my arms and rocked him, and I said to him, "The flower that you love is not in danger. I will draw you a muzzle for your sheep. I will draw you a railing to put around your flower. I will—" I did not know what else to say to him. I felt awkward and blundering. I did not know how I could reach him, where I could overtake him and go on hand in hand with him once more. It is such a secret place, the land of tears. It's the little prince. I wonder what his planet is like. I soon learned to know that this flower better. On the little prince's planet, the flowers had always been very simple. They had only one ring of petals. They took up no room at all. They were a trouble to nobody. One morning they would appear in the grass, and by night they would have faded peacefully away. But one day, from a seed blown from where no one knew, a new flower had come up, and the little prince had watched very closely over this small sprout, which was not like any other small sprouts on his planet. It might, you see, have been a new kind of baobab. Oh. We'll come back to that. The little prince. Yay! Angie, welcome. AKA Crunchberry. Oh, it's, but there, Angie, you might like the acrylic paint. It's literally a brand called, they call it Cheap, CHEEP, and it looks like it's in a tube that looks like Liquitex almost, I think. Anyway, but little bits by little bits. Oh, there. We get things. A sheep in a box. Yeah. I wanted to read Little Prince, Angie, just for drawing time. Sometimes I think it's a good thing when if I read sections of The Little Prince, it's kind of that, just gives you ideas. And plus, the book for me, The Little Prince, evokes such different analogies and things in my head that it always makes me kind of inspired a little bit to think and to let myself go a little bit in my drawing, which takes a lot of time for me to let go of things in the next pictures. So anyway, you guys, yeah, nice to have you here. that stacked canvas was cool. Oh, hey, Sammy Superstar. Oh my gosh, buddy. I have heard amazing things. You guys, Sammy has been doing a kind of a workshop class with interviewing people on how to do interviews in live, like on podcasts and in lives and stuff. He's had lots of guests on, and he's done a very cool kind of workshop thing over a past few days. I think did it happen over last weekend? I think it was. So it's nice. Good job, Sammy. I heard really good things. Doc was singing your praises in our gold class the other day. Yeah, he was. So it's nice to have you here. Yeah. Yay. Gloria's Reiki on her way. Hi, Angie. Checking through all these in a box. Oh, that's where I got relief for hours each time, Gloria. Yeah, Gloria's Reiki is very amazing. It's very powerful. And is Helen here? Did I see? Oh, there she is. Yay, Helen's here. You suffer in the house, so you're late. Oh, that's okay. And Donna's here. I hate it when your sister makes you do stuff. And I did not get out today update on the whale. Okay, so if you saw, I did a short this morning on my channel as we were crossing the Purdy Bridge, and this fog was just socked in. And literally, it was so foggy this morning, it was not going to be easy to go see if the gray whale was still out and about. And I haven't seen any posts from the neighborhood to see if he was out about, but maybe I'll go tomorrow morning. Who knows? We'll see. All right, you guys. That was today. So today's story with Alan Say, Almond, all about that pretend. But I think what for art, as artists, it's that mixed media that he used between the photographs and the oil pastels and the chalk, it looked like, and some watercolor aspect to it. And just that whole thing that he did, I just found it really, I find it really fascinating to look at his things. So think about that when you're stepping out into the next thing. I'm going to try to do something tomorrow night for us. We'll do some mixed media. If you guys want to bring something along or send me something that you've done and show me, I'm going to actually try to do something with these crazy bags of art that of supplies that I got. You know, I'll probably have to use the unicorn spit just because of the name. I have a friend in California who uses it, and her Water Plus Ink is her brand. She's on Instagram, and she uses unicorn spit. And I just love the name. I just think it's hilarious. I have no idea how I'm going to use it, so I'm going to give it a whirl. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll probably make a huge mess, but that's the fun of it all. You know, art with a small a. That's what we're doing to find out how it goes. And yeah, so I hope everybody enjoyed the evening. I was kind of rambling back and forth because, yeah, it's been that kind of day. Store double shot tequila in my late lunch margarita. Yeah. Mixed Media Girl has used it in videos. I just can't remember how. Well, you know, if somebody remembers, send me a message, because other way, or you could just send me random ideas on how to use it and sit back and laugh, because that's what we do. We sit back and we get amused at what Gretchen can try to pull together out of nothing. Oh, well. Anyway, you guys, it's been nice to have you here tonight. Really nice. It always feels wonderful. As this was what, 132, 133? Where am I? Where are we? Oh, 132. And yeah, it blows me away that you guys come back night after night for this, and it really feels good, and it feels wonderful to meet all of you and to chat with you guys and to see you guys talking to each other. So until the next time, I appreciate each and every one of you for inviting me into your home, for coming in with me on this journey. And until the next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. It's everywhere. I don't know if it's going to be in the bags of those art supplies, but we'll try. But the first place to go look is in the mirror, and you'll find it looking right back at you. I'll see you next time.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feel alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless.
Here you go, Larry. That's my images by Gretchen.
Wow, ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous, we could be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than the usual.